So we're going to begin in a seated position on your shins, just so that we can start to open up into the fronts of the ankles and into the shins and into the knees. Taking your hands in front of your chest, interlace the fingers. You're going to take a deep breath into both of your hands. As you exhale, press the palms out in front of you, find flexion in the upper back. Inhale, draw the arms overhead. Seeing if you can pull the arms slightly behind the ears, finding a deeper range of motion. Exhale, press the arms out in front. Keep moving. Inhale, slowing down and really breathing to your lungs' capacity. Do one more. Inhale, full capacity of your lungs. Feel the expansion, feel the lift. Exhale, deflate, empty out completely. Inhale, pull the arms up, holding here for a few seconds, chasing a deeper range of motion perhaps as you bring the arms even further back, elevating the shoulders ever so slightly. Having awareness of the front lower ribs too here as you start to cinch into your core, but draw the arms up and back. Notice if you can soften into the sides of your neck. Today is a beautiful day. Cactus your elbows, draw the elbow points down to the side of the ribs. Feel this broadening across your chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the elbows. Inhale, reach up. Movement is fluid, lots of ease. Just checking in with the rhythm of the movement. Holding in a cactus position again, front lower ribs cinch in even though you're lifting your chest. Throw the hands back, bring the elbows forward just slightly. And then bring the hands down to the mat. Come into toe stand, tucking all 10 toes under. This one's lovely to start opening up into the arches and the soles of your feet. We do a lot of work standing. Our feet are always recruited, so it's a really good idea to warm them up and to wake them up. We're going to take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, spend a few seconds here as you draw the arms away from the spine. And then like a holster, bind the hands around the right side of your body. Drop the right ear towards your shoulder. Feel the stretch across the left side of your neck. Option to move or just find stillness, whatever works for you. And then chasing the mat once again with the knuckles as you open up the chest, draw the arms up and away. And then taking your hands around the left side of your body. Left ear lowers. Again, moving or just finding stillness. You'll know exactly what you need to do. Your body will let you know. Feet are probably starting to get a little grumpy there. Starting to speak a little louder in sensation. Just see if you can coexist with the intensity of what you're feeling. I know my feet are kind of like vibrating right now a little bit. Drawing your hands behind you one last time. Open up your chest. Feel this lovely expansion, this lift through the arms. This too shall pass. Inhale, take both of your arms up to the sky. Big reach to the side of your body. Take your hands down to the floor. Personally, to reset the feet, I like to just tuck the toes under, or untuck the toes rather, and just lean the weight back until you can lift your shins and your knees off the mat. Adding a little bit of a chest opener as you retract and depress the shoulder blades. And then focus on warming up the wrists. Next, coming up to a tabletop position. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists. We're just going to start circling to the right. And then start circling over to the left. And so whenever we do any type of weight bearing on the wrists, it's always a good idea to warm them up. Just to see where your wrists are. Checking in with the rhythm of motion, moving from side to side. Noticing if there are any pinching or pain or restrictment. Restrictment is a word, right? Restriction. Turn your hands back. Shift the weight forward and back. Don't overthink this, guys. Just move through their joint. All right, you're going to keep the weight back. Bend your elbows. Lift the palms of your hands up. And if you're not used to stretching out the wrists or moving in this way, it is natural for it to be a little overwhelming. But again, with time and with practice, everything becomes more available and more accessible. And then bring the weight forward. We're going to turn the hands in, placing the tops of your hands down to the floor. So you want to push down the top of your hand and you want to push down into the thumb. We're going to bend the elbows and then straighten the arm. Again, this can be overwhelming if you're not used to this. Just work your way through it systematically, finding the range that works for you today. Last 4, 3, and see if you can hold that straight arm position. Shift the weight forward, push down into both thumbs. Back of the nail pushes into the floor. And then sitting back onto your heels, interlace the fingers and just with control roll through, or move through the wrists rather. Awesome. Flying integration is how we close off this sequence of this part of the practice, the opening series. So taking your hands in line with your thighs. Keep the arms straight as possible. You're going to lift your knees up towards your collarbone, towards your sternum, and then lift your hips just a few inches off the heels. Key is to keep the knees high, the hips low. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, grip down into the fingertips, round into the upper back. Tuck your chin, find full protraction in the shoulders. Access strength. Holding, breathing. I almost said hold your breath, which is not what I want you to do. I want you to breathe. Press the inner thighs together. See if you can lift a little higher. You're going to feel the arms turn on, the triceps, the biceps. Extending the elbows. Press. Press. Digging into your intention. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Sitting back onto your heels one last time. Rolling out through the wrists. And you do have one more. So taking your hands, finding the position, lifting your knees, and lifting up. See if you can pick up your right heel. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower down for a hot second. Woo. And let's go. Press up again. Left heel chases your left glute. Hold 5. Straight arms 4. Unwavering gaze 2. And release. Taking the arms overhead. Big stretch. Maybe interlace the fingers. Press your palms up. Take a breath in. Cactus your elbows as you exhale. Reach up again. Inhale. Cactus. Exhale. Taking the hands to the top of your mat. Coming into a downward facing dog. You should start to feel a little bit warmer, a little more prepped for what's to come, for your movement. Pedaling your feet, finding side to side movements. Continuing that warm up with just one vinyasa. I'm going to show the modified variation that we will be using or moving with through this class. Roll forward into a high plank. Really try to articulate every vertebra in your spine. And to bend your knees, let the tailbone draw you back into downward facing dog. Inhale, undulate yourself forward into a high plank. Exhale, draw your weight back, downward facing. So then one more time, inhale, articulate into the spine. Find activation in your legs. And draw back. Inhale, come forward into a high plank. Fire up into your core, look forward, take the push-up, or hold your plank. Drop your knees and your forearms and you shift your hips back. Pull your body through with control into an upward facing dog. Engaging through the thighs, lifting the lower abdominals up towards the sternum, rolling over your toes, downward dog. One more time, inhale, coiling your way up into the plank. Take the push-up or hold your plank. Lower your knees and your forearms, sink back. And then meander your way forward into upward facing dog. Feel the triceps. Lift through the lower abdominals. Engaging into the glutes. Downward dog. Exhale. Take a few deep breaths.